Uh, Welcome, my dear viewer, to Dr. Paul Kibisho YouTube channel. And today I want us to discuss about what we call the benefits of making resolutions and what we ought to do in life. Number one, you need to ask yourself a few questions. Just before you make your resolutions, 2021 is not the first year in your lifetime. I would expect that you have lived much longer than 1 year, and therefore you've been making what we call resolutions in the past. The question that you need to ask yourself first, how many other resolutions have you made in the past? And how many have you been able to fulfill? Because you can actually make it as a tradition or a leisure just to be preparing what we call a resolution, but that does not take you anywhere, no destination at all. One of the things that you must first of all ask yourself before you think of putting down or writing down your resolutions, you need to ask yourself, one, was my resolution a short-term resolution? Was it a middle-term or mid-term resolution? Or was it a long-term resolution? Based on those facts, then you can be able now to ask yourself, do I continue with the resolutions I made in the year 2019, in the year 2020, in the year 2018, and that will be informed purely by the kind of a plan that you had. If, for instance, you had a strategic plan normally takes 4 to 5 years. And therefore, even if the year has now rolled into the new year, you need to ask yourself, how far have you gone with the resolutions that you had made, if, for instance, they were long-term based? If you had a project that was taking about 5 years, and maybe today's year, maybe 2021 is actually your 2.5 years, halfway for that matter, you need to do what we call evaluation and monitoring. How far have you gone? If you are doing well, give yourself a clean bill of health. If you still have challenges that are making you not to be where you are, you need to address those challenges, because basically there is no point of you saying that you are progressing without necessarily first of all looking at what has made you not to be where you are at that point in time. So I urge all Kenyans that making a resolution should not be a ritual, should not be a tradition. Basically it should be, according to my own view, looking at what you had set to achieve at a given period of time, and you look at what we call the success rate or the failure rate. Because ordinarily, if you're not moving in the right direction, you need first of all to stop and ask yourself, what kind of interventions do I require to bring on board to enable me achieve my dream, to enable me achieve my resolution? And I would, from my own point of view, I would urge my viewers that you do not have to do what others are doing. You must be original. God created you an original. And I have told people on several occasions that imitation is the mother of limitation. You are originally created by the Maker. And therefore your ideas should be original. And if there is some semblance to what others are doing, it should not alter your plan. So you have to plan your life. You have your own life to lead. And therefore, my appeal to all of you is that you need to craft and see, or rather, you look at what we call your resolutions and classify them accordingly. Are they short-term plans? Are they middle-level term plans? Or are they long-term plans? Once you come up with that, then you're ready to go. And something else I want to say, and I've been saying it and people think that sometimes, once again, that I'm a little bit proud. Personally, I have got no ill feeling about those people who make those kind of conclusions. After all, we are all entitled to our own opinions. But one thing I've been telling people, when God was creating me, He never factored your feelings anywhere in my creation. So if by chance I might have met with you along the way, it is by sheer coincidence, not that God had made any considerations between my survival and your existence. So one of the things that you must know is that even now here in Nairobi, we have people who are called wealthy, but the level of being wealthy is relative. So it is up to you to ask yourself, what do I require to do to make sure that the potential God has given unto me has been catapulted to take me to the next level in my life? That's the most important thing. If it's educating your children, educate them to the levels that you can manage. If it's about maybe putting up your own house to live in, fine. But I've said in the past that if you have got more than 5, 6, 7, 10 million shillings, you don't have to necessarily first of all put up your house. you can actually put up some small, even if it is lent houses for that matter, or you can put that money into an investment vehicle that guarantees you what we call return on it, so that you can even be able to pay rent based on the proceeds of the returns coming from that particular project. Because the moment you put 7-10 million shillings into your own house, that house does not add any value to you. Yes, you'll be saying that you are owner's occupier. Fine, there's no problem with that. But you need to ask yourself your channels of income so that you can make the necessary adjustments where possible. So I normally recommend that before you think of putting up a house at this point in time, see how best you can invest that money into what we call either collective investment vehicles or schemes for that matter, or whether you can identify a place with what we call guaranteed returns, so that the returns or the proceeds coming from that particular investment can give you the capability of paying rent. Why? Because remember, if you put 10 million shillings into a project of your own, for instance, your own house, that money, believe you me, will not be giving you any return. You may be saying that, yes, you're not paying rent. But don't you think you could have made more money by first of all putting that money into an investment vehicle, so that by the end of it all, the proceeds will be helping you to manage those other financial obligations? It's up to you. Make a choice. Make a choice. Now, going forward again, you need to sit down and ask yourself, you have had maybe 100 floods. Out of those 100 floods, how many of them have added value to you in the year 2020? How many of them have added value to you since maybe the year 2000? Coming all this way to 2021. Sometimes you have to delete some people from your phone book. They don't add any value. They only clog your phone book for no reason. Identify people who can make you think and who can make you move an inch. And one person said, if I had seen far, it was by standing on the shoulders of the giants. Identify people who can make your life more valuable. People who can add value to you with what we call value addition philosophy and prepositions. Again, well, God has given you the freedom to choose your destiny. Your own destiny lies on your own hands. 2021 has come. Yes, we had challenges in the year 2020, but we cannot now magnify and now zero in our microscope to year 2020. That is already behind us. And just like I was being interviewed in one of the local media houses, I told people, and I'm repeating it the umpteenth time, that past is my heritage, present is my responsibility, and future remains my challenge. So you need to ask yourself a few questions. What am I supposed to do to be where I'm supposed to be, maybe in the year 2022, 2023? Are you a politician? If you're a politician, then it's up to you to up your game and get to know that we have got other up and coming players in that particular field. So, do you have enough money that you can be able to risk in this particular? Okay, everything in life is about risking, but you need to ask yourself: have you been able to meet the basics? Have you been able to meet the fundamental basics in life, so that whatever the outcome, you'll not think of maybe terminating your life? Remember, promises. People make promises, but very few of them honor. So if you're a person of integrity, you need to ask yourself one question: where does your source of income come from? How much have you been able to put aside so that you can be able to rely on in the event your planning does not yield to your expectations? Are you there and you're planning to go back to school to study, either to do your master's degree or your PhD or maybe any other discipline? It's not about talking, just do it. Go to the website, register, pay the school fees, the prerequisites. Go direct and do it. Don't just keep on saying you'll do it, you'll do it. Procrastination is the thief of time. Postponing and postponing. This year 2021 must be a year of action. Just simply do it. You've been saying that you want to marry, go ahead and marry. Don't you worry. Don't keep on listening to people that, oh, you could have. No. It is not about them. It's about you and your tomorrow and your future. It's about maybe time you thought of maybe relocating from the place that you've been operating on or from, because it is not giving you the right atmosphere, the right environment to be able to be productive optimally, then relocate. Even Abraham was told by God to go to a foreign land, which he had no idea about, but finally he went there and he was blessed of the Lord and he became the father of all descendants. Sometimes change is painful, but we have no shortcut to it. change is inevitable, and the only constant in the world is change. So I urge all of you in the year 2021, let us make resolutions that will resonate with our potential, with our capabilities, and with what we call time frame in our minds. May God bless you, and I wish you a blessed 2021. Shalom.